I wanted to let you all know that I am opening up, I have a Facebook page separate from my real Facebook page for now. Because I find that I'm getting Facebook requests from some of you, and don't be offended, but I have not accepted the requests because I really don't accept Facebook friendships from people who I don't know. And while I understand how it is with YouTube, you may feel you know me because you watch my videos. I don't know you. I will start going. My friend's dogs are visiting again. He went away for the weekend, so it's the same friend whose dogs I always take care of. I brought him over here. I like him over here better than me going over there. I gotta walk him. I'll probably take a nap and then I'll walk. Okay. So I've decided, because first of all, the people who have sent me friend requests, some of you don't have pictures even, and I go to the about and I don't even know what state you live in or anything, which I understand. There's no reason for you, if you want to be anonymous on the internet, I understand that, because these days you have to be careful. You don't want to be out there. So I'm not judging you for not having any information about yourself, but by the same token, it's a little bit, I don't want to say something insulting, but I don't want to say it's weird, but it's difficult for me then to feel comfortable for letting you in to my Facebook circle, which are, for the most part, my real friends from real life that I've known for many years. And you all are probably, most of you are really just nice, normal people, but it just takes one kind of kooky person to get into my circles and wreak havoc, So I am very cautious about just accepting friend requests. But that said, I am so appreciative, and I also am flattered by the people who send me friend requests. So that's why I've decided I have another Facebook page, which is going to be quite private. So you can still have your anonymity if that's what you would like, but I will accept your Facebook friend request there, and as long as you don't do something strange, like insulting people, or when I mean strange, as long as you are respectful of others, there's no reason to, you could just stay there, whether I ever find out who you are or not. So. But the thing about that Facebook page, and the link is below if you'd like to request the friendship. Some general rules about that page. Let's keep the subjects not too controversial, and it's. I've set the friends list to private, so. If we later decide we want to just open it up and let everyone know who everyone else is, that's fine. But for now, I've set the friends list to private. So if you are accepted into the circle, you won't be able to see who else is my friend in that Facebook page. And, I'm just going to take it as it goes and see what develops out of it. I know I'm not going to make it an ASMR page because I'm really not an ASMR person. And I'm finding, I don't know what to do about that ASMR channel, because that's another thing. I might do a video or two today, but it's sort of becoming a little bit of a, I don't feel comfortable uploading because, there are some excellent ASMR videos. And I feel like if I do an ASMR video, it has to be a good ASMR video, or just don't do it at all. Anybody can just do whatever. And there are some very, very hardworking people who take a lot of time and spend a lot of time to make sure that the video is a good one. And some people have even mentioned that they were kind of disappointed because I think I did one or two really good ones, or there are some really good ones on there. And then most of the others are sort of just me thinking, oh, I should do something, because so obviously it's, kind of, I'm going to try to do one because, when I'm in the mood to do one, I think I do them okay, but maybe I should just leave the ones that are up there, and not do any more, and slowly the people will start unsubscribing, because I didn't mean for people to get all excited about an ASMR channel. You know, I think most people start with ASMR. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, they don't know what it is. I know now what it is, but I was sort of like, oh, people are just doing whatever. That's sort of what I felt like doing, just whatever. But, you know, it's happened on my other prior two channels. Prior to this one, I did a YouTube video channel where I was just doing whatever, and I somehow started doing tutorials for sewing and clothing design, which is just pattern making. I mean, it's not like something really complicated. And then I found I was starting to get a lot of subscribers, but they were all subscribing for the pattern design. And so then I felt kind of not so right uploading other stuff. But a problem I'm having also with YouTube is I'm a bit self-conscious, let's be honest, about how I look. I'm older now. I don't look as nice as I used to look. I know I'm attractive for my age, but I'm not as attractive as I used to be. And I've tried doing videos for all my channels, for sewing channel and some ASMR, and I just have trouble looking at myself now. And you know, I know one is usually more critical of oneself more than other people are, but I'm just not accepting age as gracefully as I should have. And I always told myself, when you get old, don't be one of those ridiculous women who doesn't accept that she's getting older and she tries to dress like a 20-year-old. And I mean, I'm not doing that, but I just am also just not very confident about how I look. You know, and other people say, oh, why? You know, you're thin. You know, that's true. I am thin, but it's not thin. You know, there's old lady thin and there's young girl thin. I'm certainly not young girl thin. I'm old lady thin. It's not the same kind of thinness. It's so while I might fit into a tight pair of jeans, it doesn't mean they look good on me. So, you know, so I've got that straight. So you know, I'm not one of those old ladies who, actually, those old ladies who think they look like they're 20 and dress like they're 20 and wear miniskirts and all that. They're probably happier than I am because they're confident. But you know, I just always told myself I was never going to be one of those types, you know. But types, you know, I'm typecasting women. I mean, women can do whatever they want, you know. But I don't know. That's just me. I've always been a little bit on the prudish side anyway. And so I'm certainly not going to let loose now at age almost 50. I just turned 49, but I just keep saying I'm 50. I mean, I've been saying I'm 50. You know, definitely my mindset is always thinking in the older sense than I actually am, because I think I've been saying I'm 50 since I was 47, which, you know, I could at least say I'm 47 when I was 47. Now I'm 49, so yeah, I'm just obviously having an issue with my self-esteem. So either I'm going to have to get over it, or if I don't, I'll be doing less and less videos where you're actually going to be seeing me. Or, you know, I'll be doing fewer, because sometimes I'll do a video, but, you know, I'll make sure the lighting's right. And even then, I mean, well, you got to try to do good videos anyway. Even if you have young, beautiful complexion and you're perfect, you still want to do a good quality video. I have now, after all these years of doing YouTube, I realize you get more views when the video is actually good quality, better quality. You know, I just have a little camera, a digital camera. It's not a fancy thing, but it's better than the camera I had when I first started. So that's one thing that's kind of going through me. I'm going through the change, you know, that women go through when they're older. They're physically, with their cycles and everything, without going into more detail, because I might do a separate video, a separate talk on that. I'll warn you, it'll be for women. Men are welcome to listen, but it's going to be more in detail about the things you go through when you get to my age and start going through your changes of life. And so that's kind of been a pain in the neck. And then I'm still doing okay on the dating. I mean, I get dates still. I'm not on POF anymore. I quit Plenty of Fish. It was just another site just like the previous ones. But now what I've done, I left Plenty of Fish and now I'm trying Tinder, which is one I hadn't tried yet. And I think I am going to do, and that one should be a fun video to do. Like, I've already done them sort of already, comparing the different sites, but I hadn't tried out as many. But now I've tried out a few different ones. So I'm going to give like a sort of I don't know if it's going to be a review or more of a comparison, and how I think and which is better and all that. But this Tinder date, actually, for how I'm feeling right now, I really like Tinder. It's very to the point. Yes, I like you. No, I don't. Move on. It's very, I've made a few mistakes where I've accidentally swiped the wrong way, or I dropped the phone once and I accidentally super liked a guy. Because there's three. It's actually more than just yes or no. There's a third one where it's a yes, but it's a super yes, like a super like you guy. If you really like someone more than normal, like his picture, basically, because that's all the information you have. Plus, he could put some information about himself underneath. But Tinder is a bit less. You've got to be more careful if you want to be private, because it's linked to one of your social media accounts. I don't know if it's only Facebook. I chose Facebook. I think it can link to other accounts. Don't quote me on that. But so what Tinder does, you give it permission to go into your Facebook. It doesn't post on Facebook that you're using Tinder, so your friends won't know that you've downloaded and signed up for Tinder. But Tinder gets your permission to go and search your Facebook site for your information and your pictures, and then it immediately sets up your profile, which is basically the first few pictures you have on Facebook. The most recent pictures, there's about 4. And if you have where you work, so be careful, because that's what happened to me. It said where I worked and on my profile, on my regular Facebook, and then it appeared on the Tinder site. But then afterwards, you can go into your profile in Tinder and change it. So, but be sure you do that if you don't want, you'll see your profile and then you decide to change the information in there if you want to. But so you can still be very private. The person doesn't need to know your name. You could change your name, but it will put your first name, whatever you have on Facebook. Like if you have your real name on Facebook, it's going to put your first name. It doesn't give your last name on Tinder, which you can go in and change, but just make sure you know that unless you go in and change the profile that Tinder creates for you, it's going to be whatever it says on Facebook. So, this is the key part of how Tinder works. So let's say I see a guy, I saw his profile, I think he looks like a nice guy that I'd like to meet. I swipe to the right, yes, that I like him. So the guy at some point is also going to be flipping through pictures, and at some point he's going to come across my picture too. Now, if he doesn't like me or isn't attracted to me, he swipes left. He never finds out that I swiped right on him. But if he also did what I did and swiped right because he wants to meet me, it pops up for him and say, you have a match. And then I get a message on my end too, like it goes to my phone. I might not be logged in at that moment, but it comes to my phone that you have a new match. So you only find out if someone liked you if you also liked them, which I kind of like that because it puts both of you on an even, it's not like one of you is in a vulnerable position, at least for the icebreaker stage. So that's nice. So, and also no one gets insulted if you swipe no on them because they don't know that you swipe no. So nobody knows what happens unless both of you swiped yes. And it works whether you're homosexual or not. Because what I was thinking to myself, because what I do, I know it's terrible, but whenever I'm on those dating sites, I will flip to look for the opposite sex to see what the competition looks like. You know, I do compare myself to what other women are doing. So I switched, because you tell what you want to search. So I had told that I wanted to find men within a 50-mile radius, which is a bit wide, actually. I might shrink that because it's really too far to travel, or for them to travel. So you tell them I'm looking for men within a 50-mile radius over the age of 50. You tell basically, and that's it. You actually cannot choose race or religion or anything. You can only choose those things. But I switched. I said, okay, now I'm going to be looking for women within a 50-mile radius. And then I put my age range. I put 45 to 50, I think. Or I think I might have put, because actually, I think I might have put a little older, like 45 to, I did it like for a few minutes, so I don't really remember what I put. But, women about my age within my radius. And I was, just flipping through. I was looking at the profiles, and I was clicking no on all of them, obviously, because I'm not looking for anything with a woman. I just wanted to see what their profiles were like. And then, so I'm flipping, and not really thinking about what I was doing. And then one lady came on, and I looked at her profile, and she says, I am a very athletic, lesbian, etc., whatever. She wrote a little blurb about herself. And I thought to myself, oh, yeah, she actually put that she was a lesbian. You don't have to do that, but she chose to, for whatever reason, maybe to make it very clear. And I thought to myself, how would this work? How would it work? I had not thought of it on that point. But for homosexual people, it works exactly the same. You don't have to put. It's sort of like the Bill Clinton era, don't ask, don't tell. So it works exactly the same whether you're heterosexual or homosexual. You're flipping through pictures. If you see someone you flip to the right. And that person is also looking at women. So if I'm a woman looking at women and I flip to the right and someone's looking at women and she finds me attractive, she flips to the right. So that at that point you find out that the person is lesbian or not. So also what's happened is all those men that I flip to the right on, it does not necessarily mean that all of them are heterosexual. It had not occurred to me until I flipped and started looking through the women profiles. So you don't even know if the person, and they don't ask you when you're searching. I'm guessing maybe since Tinder had access to your Facebook, if it says somewhere on your Facebook that you're gay, maybe there's a way that Tinder knows what to show you. But I don't think Tinder is that sophisticated. I think they just show you pictures. So yeah, I've gotten a few matches. Oh, well, here I was going to tell the story about one guy. Oh my gosh, So I was, flipping through the pictures, whatever, and I think I made a movement. So I'm a nervous person, and sometimes I'll move a little too much, or I'll get a little nervous, or even when I'm alone, I might be like, gesticulating because I just thought of something that makes me angry, or whatever. I'm just that way. So so I was flipping through Tinder, whatever, and I had paused on a guy just because I was looking at his picture, and for whatever reason the phone dropped out of my hands, and when I picked it up, because I guess it had bounced exactly right, like off my leg and onto the bed. It didn't fall onto the ground, but it just bounced perfectly, because there's buttons, but you can also swipe. So it bounced on the super like button. So as I pick up the phone, I realized, oh my gosh. And I actually was about to swipe left on the guy. I actually was not very... I didn't think he was someone I was interested in meeting, and lo and behold, suddenly he was one of my super likes, which I never even had used that button before, because I figured either I like him or I don't. I'm not going to super like him, so I was like, oh shoot, but apparently either the guy had not swiped on me yet, or he didn't like me or whatever. So, it showed that I super liked him, but But a few hours later, I got the message that I had gotten someone who liked me, and that I'd gotten a message. Because, once the match is made, that you both have decided that you like each other, at least each other's profile, it opens up a chat, and you can actually start chatting with the person. It's pretty simple. There's a red polka dot appears on the chat, and it shows that someone has sent you a message. So yeah, I got the message that I had a new match, and there was the guy that I had accidentally super liked. And, he was, of course, so flattered that I liked him so much, wow, because you're only allowed to super like someone once a day, I think. I was reading about it, because I was thinking to myself, what is super like? I don't even know what it is. I read, unless it's been updated since, the article I read said that you can only use super like once a day. So it's it's an honor if you match with someone and they've actually super liked you. So this guy, of course, must have had such a big head, that I'm talking to this girl who actually super liked, because he finds out you super liked him when he likes you. So then I was like to myself, well, I don't want to insult the guy. I mean, he thinks I super liked him. What am I going to do? So, I just figured I would try to let him down easy, but he seems like a nice guy, and he lives close. I'm not attracted to him physically, but yeah, at least his pictures. But he's actually, even of all the matches so far, he's the one that lives even the closest. And so yeah, we've exchanged some mails, and he said some emails, some chat messages, and he suggested we get together soon. And so I told him, well, this weekend, it's the holiday, it's kind of hard for me. So we'll see. If he keeps writing, I will meet him. But I don't know. I'm not going to tell him that I accidentally super liked him. I'm never going to tell him that, because I don't want to. He deserves to feel that he was super liked by someone, I think. And if I then tell him, oh, it was just an accident, I don't know what past he's had, what pain he's suffered in life. I mean, it could be devastating for him or not, but I'm not going to be the one to tell him that I accidentally super liked him. So, but I mean, maybe if I find, who knows, sometimes you meet someone in person and they turn out to be better than you thought they would be. So I know that there's that possibility, but I really don't think that I'm going to like him as more than a friend. I think he's a nice guy, but so we'll see what happens with him. But and I haven't met anyone yet, but we've been texting back and forth, which is kind of fun in itself. Even if you don't ever meet the person, you're texting with someone and talking about things you've done. And actually, I've texted with some who right away were like, hey, have you got a place, like they want to come over, so even if they don't say they're looking for a hookup, sometimes once you like each other, they make it, if they are there just for a hookup, they make it clear right away. So, I've had a few of those, which is, no big deal. I just tell them, oh, I see. Well, actually, after that happened to me like 2 or 3 times, I put in my profile that I'm only looking for relationship-minded people, not a hookup. So we'll see. So far, I've only been doing it for like 2 or 3 days. I've only been using it, and so far it's another venue, and I think I like it. You don't have to answer so many questions. It's pretty quick, just yes, I like you, no, I don't. Okay, let's chat a little bit. It's simple. I mean, having done a few other websites, and if I had to do it all over again, I would have started straight with Tinder. I wouldn't have even bothered. Now, Tinder's free, but you do have to download the app to your phone, as I said, or maybe I didn't say it, but I did tell you, and you have to give Tinder permission to go through your social media. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Send a friend request to my new Facebook page. The link's below. Bye.